Welcome back, everybody. More deer forms for you here. Out in some nice, lovely deer habitat. Deer, again, is associated with the season of winter, the direction of the north, the color black. Today, for this intermediate deer form, deer 4, we're going to, again, find our deer horns. And this is deer bucks with horns. So as you do this, you can, if you've ever seen the image of a deer, a stag deer, maybe bucking its head about, you can think about that image or a similar image as you make this form and do this shape. You're going to start with your legs together, feet together. Raise your arms to one side. Bring out the first and last finger. That's making our deer horns. We lift the heel underneath the bent elbow. Step it out as a diagonal, heel first. And then on an exhale, you're going to go over the top, stretching the side body and pointing your arms like this. Okay? Everything retracts. Back to center. Take a rest breath. Same thing on the other side. If you inhale and lift the arms like this, starting with an empty, hollow, or loose sort of hoof shape as you come up to the side, and then the first and last finger point out like this to make your horns. You lift the heel that's under the bent elbow, step that heel out first at a diagonal in front of you, and then on an exhale, bend the front knee, stretch over the top, and breathe here. We retract, and we'll do this several more times just in silence on your own. Those of you who are familiar with Hatha yoga practice may notice a similarity here between this form and an extended side angle pose in yoga. They are very similar. In the Qigong practice, because it's movement based and because it has a martial origin, in general, the Qigong forms and movement practices are a little more compact and a little more rounded, which allows for both a protective aspect and a mobility aspect. We don't want to go quite into that full vulnerable stretch that we might in a yoga context because we have a different setting and a different understanding of what we're doing here in Qigong. So even if you're just practicing in a wellness way, just note the difference between a similar yoga pose and a Qigong movement practice. Another thing to know about this form, as you're practicing and you get used to it, if it feels okay for you and your low back, you can actually begin to swivel around more toward the back. I suggest that if you're starting out, that you just bring the arms up over the top and feel that first, and then the more comfortable you get with it, you can actually sway and begin to look around behind you and twist further and maybe even look back towards your heel. So I'll demonstrate what that might look as you stay with this form a little longer.